guys, it's Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about something that I've kind of avoided talking about. It's about like why I quit gymnastics, kind of, and kind of just like what led up to me not being a gymnast anymore. If you don't already know, I'm not a gymnast anymore, or if you don't already know, I used to be a gymnast. I quit like at the very end of last school year, and I'm kind of just gonna be like talking about why I'm not anymore, because I get this question a lot because some people like still don't know, which I don't know how, they just don't know. So what kind of started leading up to it was just like I was just like scared a lot to do stuff. I would just like stall, or like I'd get like mental blocks on like the simplest stuff that I used to do when I was like a lot younger, and then I'd try it again. Over time I started getting like mental blocks for like no reason at all. I don't know why, it just like started happening. I'd like get punished for not going for my stuff, which is totally understandable. Like I deserved all the punishments because I just wouldn't do my stuff. But it's like over time, that's like all it used to be at practice, and it like wasn't even fun for me anymore. I would get home at maybe around 8, a little after 8, because practice ended at 8. On Fridays, it was from 4 to 7. And after a while, it became really like just draining, like emotionally and physically. Like I would always be like in pain, like my back pain and my knees were just like not good. But that's still not an excuse for me like being scared to do this stuff. For the most part, I was still like doing my stuff well, I guess I would say. But when it came to like moving on to skills that I normally didn't do, that I like when it came to moving up, I was just like not going for my stuff, like being really scared. And I guess my parents kind of noticed that I was like falling out of love with it, and I kind of noticed it too. So competition season comes, and I'm still sort of going for my stuff every now and then, which is definitely not acceptable being a gymnast. Like you have to always go for your stuff, or you just like, it's not the sport for you. And I definitely did not go for my stuff all the time. And so competition season comes around, and I'm still not going for my stuff sometimes, and it's like definitely not the best idea, especially around competition time, because that's when you have to like know what you're doing, and I definitely did not know what I was doing. And my parents were basically just paying money for me to do something that I like wasn't even enjoying as much as I like used to. I definitely love the sport so much, I still do. It just wasn't the same after a while. Like it just became so like overwhelming to the point where I was like miserable at practice. I'd be miserable after practice. Like I just like wanted off days. Like I was just becoming like lazy with it because it just like wasn't even for me anymore. So I'm gonna be addressing some questions that I get pretty often. So one of the main questions I get is like, would I ever go back to gymnastics? No, I would not go back to gymnastics, because I don't have any problems with it or anything. It's just like, it definitely wasn't something that I was enjoying. Every day at practice I'd just be like, I don't want to do this, you know? Like I would just want to like stay home and watch TV, just like what I still do, but that's another story. I could totally just like hang out with my friends after school, but you know, I'd always have to cancel plans. Like I could never do anything because I always had practice, which is what you sign up for if you want to be a successful athlete. And I definitely was not like mentally prepared for that. I feel like if I was really meant to like be a successful gymnast, then I'd still be in it today. Don't get me wrong, I love the sport. I did enjoy a lot of times. I started when I was about 9, I think. I was 8 or 9, and then I quit when I was 13, and then I got like my back handspring and my back tuck like the next year, and then I think the next year I started being a competitive gymnast, and I was really good when I was younger. I just didn't win as much when I was younger, because you know, like when you're little, your technique is kind of... as I got older, my technique got better, but my skills definitely did not. So it was like a really big imbalance between the two. I would always be like the one not going for my stuff, which I hate to be that person. You know, I feel like I was letting everyone down. Like my parents are paying this money for me like not to have fun. I'm just like letting my team down, letting myself down, and like letting all my friends down at school. I feel like if I tried hard enough, none of this would have ever happened, and I'd still be a gymnast. But my parents noticed that I was just like not feeling it as much anymore, and they talked to my coach, and then they just took me out, because they were like, okay, we're not gonna spend all this money on you if you're not even gonna like try. Now I'm making this video. It's kind of weird. I definitely still enjoy doing stuff like tumbling. I love tumbling. I still am pretty flexible. Like, I mean, I think I'm pretty flexible still. Like, hold on. Flexible. This is my leg if you can't already, like, tell. Also, people always ask if I'm ever gonna do school cheer. No, because just like, cheering never really seemed like it'd be fun for me. Like, I just don't seem like, I can't really imagine myself like wanting to do it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but I personally just don't feel like I'd want to do cheer. So I probably won't do school cheer just because I just don't want to. Also, people ask if I miss doing gymnastics and being a gymnast. Like, at times, of course, like always, I'll miss it because it's just like, that was like part of me. That was like my first sport that I really enjoyed. That was like the first sport I ever like actually did, like officially did. Still love watching gymnastics videos. I still love supporting my teammates and stuff that I was gymnast with. I still love hanging out with my teammates too. Like, they're amazing people. Do I miss being a gymnast in general? No. Because it was just, again, emotionally and physically draining for me, at least for me. Like, it's not like that for everyone. For a lot of other people, a lot of things will come easier to them, or they're better at overcoming things, whereas I was just kind of like stuck for a really long time, and things did not look like they were going to change anytime soon for me. So I think the best thing was to leave, and it honestly kind of, I feel better. Like, my grades are doing better. Like, I don't feel as stressed as often. The thing I probably miss most about gymnastics is competing, because competing was like definitely my favorite ever. Like, I enjoyed competition so much. Like, I loved competing more than like anything. So yeah, I kind of just made this like sit down and talk video because this is honestly just what I thought of. And people have also just been asking like, why did I quit and like what was going on and stuff. And I kind of just been giving like half answers. And again, it's not to like put anything down on gymnastics. I totally love it, but I'm saying like, I was definitely out of love with it after a while. And it's like, if I didn't want to be there anymore, like, why was I? I mean, I'm only 14. I don't really have that much to do, but it's like, it just wasn't really something that I was having fun with. So I kind of just didn't want to do it anymore. So that's basically the end of the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and comment your thoughts or any other questions that you have. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next week.